Hey race fans, welcome back to Game Team. I'm your host Sean. Super stoked to have you here because Real Racing 3 is celebrating a gigantic milestone. That's right. It's a decade of bringing you the most authentic, the most exciting, and the most incredible racing gameplay on mobile. That's, 10 years. That's an incredible milestone. It's amazing. But before we get into this giant celebration, we have a big events. We've got a huge update. We've got so much stuff going on. We've got some special guests. But before we get to that, I want to say hello to Alana, my ride or die. Alana, how are you doing?
Hello, Sean. Welcome back. First episode of the year and also first update of the year. It's a big one. As you said, we have a milestone coming up for our game and a huge amount of content to go with that as well. So first up, meet the road version of the Le Mans legend, the Nissan GT-R LM R33. Take on the new track day event to add this one-of-a-kind gem to your garage. And the start of round 4 begins here as well. So collect VP from events in the round hub to earn the historic Jaguar Lightweight E-Type.
That is correct. Some pretty awesome stuff there already. Now, on top of that, everyone, prepare yourselves and to take a trip through the Miata-verse of madness as the legendary Miata rushes into Real Racing 3. You can earn 2 iterations of the amazing Mazda, the original 1989 Mazda MX-5 NA and the new Mazda 2020 Mazda MX-5 ND. So those 2 cars, as well as the Audi RS5 Coupe, the Jaguar XJ-R9, and more gold and VP than you can shake a stick shift at, are available in 4 all-new limited series. So jump in there and take a chance on seeing if you can earn some of those amazing cars. On top of that, it is the grand finale of our 2022 season of Formula One. So we're ending that incredible event with a race day at the iconic Monza track and a time trial competition at Spa. And on top of that, a collection of invitationals for the 2022 cars. So a lot of F1 stuff to wrap up that incredible season.
Yes, and then continuing on our anniversary celebrations, we're giving you your own free Porsche Carrera S, and you can participate in a celebratory time trial competition to get an exclusive livery for the 2021 Porsche 911 GT3. Plus, it's your first chance to race on an all-new circuit. I'd also like to introduce our special guests today as we look back on 10 years of Real Racing 3. So we have our game lead Josh and former game lead Matt joining us today. Welcome.
Hi, Alana and Sean. Thanks so much for having me on here.
Hey, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be back on Real Racing TV with you all.
Yes, a familiar face to many of our long-time viewers of Game Team here, Matt. So thanks for joining us again. And Josh, great to have you back too. We're going to have a bit of fun on this episode. We're going to kind of look back on our 10 years. So I wanted to ask both Matt and Josh, we'll start with Josh. What was your favorite car or motorsport or event that you've worked on since being here at Real Racing 3?
Yeah, awesome. I have a few. I mean, it's been awesome to be part of shipping so many cool updates since I joined. But as a bit of an Old Norse Viking nerd, my favorite event is Victory or Valhalla, which as an event that we shipped in 10.5 when we added the Aston Martin Valhalla to the game. I'm not sure if any of our players picked up on this. I didn't really see anybody mention it in the wiki or Reddit or anything, but it's actually based on an Old Norse poem called Thrymskvida, which is a story where Thor's hammer is stolen and Loki convinces Thor to dress up as a bride to steal it back. So it's a funny old Viking story, and given the name of the car, the Valhalla, we thought it would be a cool opportunity to tie that in. And if you were to play through that event, quite a few hints in the dialogue about it being based on that Old Norse poem. So yeah, Nick, one of our designers, did a great job making that event and having the characters and dialogue really capture the essence of that story. So yeah.
Geez, that's super fun. I had no idea about it. Thanks for sharing, and hopefully our players can go back and have a read through and a bit of play through that. But yeah, let's throw to you, Matt. What's your favourite? You've been here for a while. What have you loved?
Yeah, so I guess looking back over the years, the R3 spec Nissans have got to be some of my favorite cars in the game. As a Nissan driver myself, I just can't get enough of them. And it was amazing to see how our designers were able to put such a unique spin on those awesome cars.
Yeah, I mean, first off, I want to say, Josh, not only are we delivering like incredible content and gameplay, we're delivering incredible history lessons as well. So that's it's pretty amazing. And yeah, Matt, yes, the R3 specs, I remember when we first launched those, and there was a lot of hype around them. Just being able to see, some of the what we could do internally with that is really cool. Now, Matt, you've worked on the game basically longer than I've been alive, like so long. Do you remember what was your first update?
My first update that I contributed to was, I think, version 1.3. And some of the first things that I worked on was fixing a bunch of bugs in the time trial, which had just gone out in the previous update.
Wow, you're like the grandfather of the time trial here. Amazing.
Oh gosh. And Sean, look, we all know what your favorite car is because you remind us every single episode virtually, the Porsche 911. But I have a question, a bit of a quiz for Josh and Matt here. So how many variations of the 911 do we currently have in the game with the addition of the 2021 Porsche 911 GT3? So Josh, what do you think?
Very, very tempting to look up the number in our tools because I don't know the number exactly off the top of my head. I know it's a lot, so I'm going to go, in the interest of not cheating, I'm going to guess it's 25.
No,
26. I'm going to change it to 26.
26?
Yeah.
Without going over. All right, 26, Josh. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think Josh is probably not far off, but also there's just so many great 911s in the game that it's impossible to keep track of them all. So I'm going to go with 28 just to get Josh there.
Well, lucky for everyone here, I actually do know the answer. Porsche 911, my favorite car in the game. It's 30. We have 30 Porsche variations of the Porsche 911.
Wow.
Yeah. And actually, before we recorded this, we kind of guessed around, and Matt, you actually nailed it the first time.
I did
actually
guess
did nail it.
my answer.
You chickened out, but he had it. So for those longtime fans of Real Racing TV, you'll remember that Matt and I did this for a very long time. Matt, you should never doubt yourself.
No, always trust your instincts.
That's right. And I actually, I have one more question for you, Matt. Speaking of, we've had a lot of people on here, and I think everyone at home wants to know, and who has been the best host of Real Racing TV?
Well, I think the answer is it's pretty obvious. You know it, I know it, we all know it. It's got to be Alex from the game team.
Yeah, absolutely. OG Alex from the game team, giving him a shout out. So for those of you who've been around for a long time, I kicked this off. God, I guess it's been It's been like 5 or 6 years that we've been doing Real Racing TV. So about half the amount of time that the game has been live, we've been doing this. We've had so many incredible people come along. Alex, he's moved on, and he actually just had a baby. So congratulations, Alex. Matt, you did this with me for a long time. People will remember, J-Dodd and Josh, you've come on a few times. Damon's been on. We've had Sam. I myself have to say, me and Alana, we've been doing this for the last couple of years, and that has been an incredible pleasure. And I also want to just say, for Real Racing, that's given me the opportunity not only to experience all these great cars, but, I've been able to, talk to some of the incredible drivers that we've had in game. I've been able to travel around and see some of the motorsports in person. So everyone can kind of hate me with my humble brag here, but honestly, I love this game, love working with the team here, and happy birthday, Real Racing 3. Everyone, enjoy this incredible update and keep racing.